So Queentiwa did this editorial on Poilievre, and I decided to look at the articles in the background. So based on this article, Poilievre has voted for gutting pension plans and creating harsher restrictions. Yeah, so far from being the friend of the working man, Poilievre is actually a big corporate pawn and corporate shill. He voted against affordable housing. He's anti-worker and anti-union. He's not going to hold oil corporations accountable or scrutinize them. Basically, he is the elitist and the 1% that he's supposedly fighting against. To go on a tangent, while we're talking about the increase of oil production, we should also talk about how that will contribute to more wildfires. We're seeing it play out in California, and we've seen it played out in BC. And Canada should be divesting from oil and fossil fuels, not increasing production. This is why I'm going to continue advocating for a ban on wasteful plastics.
So, on another tangent, we should also talk about Poilievre's Zionism. He blames Iran for the blockade of Gaza when it's actually Israel that's doing it. Poilievre and Trudeau share this in common. They are both pro genocide and pro apartheid candidates, and we should be speaking out against that. Poilievre says that we should withdraw from Ukraine because it's a faraway country, but I would argue we should also withdraw from Israel because it's also a faraway country, and we have no business in the Levant in the first place. The only reason why Canada supports Israel is because Canada and all these other colonial countries, they don't want to have their sovereignty questioned, and they don't want to make concessions, they don't want to make reparations.
Lastly, the carbon tax is actually good for holding corporations accountable and cutting down emissions. Apparently, emissions were cut down by a third, according to this article. So that should keep happening. We should not be polluting more of the air, as mentioned, because of the forest fires. So, protecting the air, sea, and sky of Canada seems like a very Canadian value to me. The carbon tax is only negative towards corporations. It has no negative effect on the working people, on the layperson. So don't be fooled by this politician. Take care.